Hello world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today I am using several decks here for us to look at the energy of our next month. And I am doing this by your astrological sign. So if you know your sun sign, which is probably the reading that you're watching right now, but understand that you can also watch for your moon and rising, oftentimes called ascending, and get a fuller picture of your month, a more complex picture of your month. Do you know what your sun, moon, and rising sign is? If not, I have in the description down below where you can put in your birth date, your birth location, and your birth time, and it will tell you. And I say, everyone says sun, moon, and rising, but I'm telling you ascending because I believe that the free birth chart that I am providing down below says ascending too. So I'm blonde, so it took me a minute to be like, where's my rising? I don't know, it's not even on here. So anyway, don't do what I do. And I will see you in a moment for your zodiac reading for next month. Thank you. Hello, Libra. Let's take a look at your next month. So the first card that wants to pop out for you, this is the theme of the month, and we've got 7 of air. A loss of peace of mind or personal freedom. Take caution and be aware of others' actions. A material loss. Make sure you are being honest with yourself and embracing some secrets. So the 7 of air, I also want to add, often talks about being strategic for yourself. You can take a look at this particular card. There are people here around the campfire, and this person just grabbed up all the swords and is running off. So a lot of times being strategic for yourself is if you are changing jobs, maybe you're, getting your resume in order, maybe you're getting your contacts in order, those kinds of things that you're setting in place so that when you leave, you have everything that you need. And that's here, but it can also talk about somebody doing something behind your back. And that's why there's so much here talking about, hey, kind of keep your eyes open. Like this little magpie here is viewing everything. It like has a bird's eye view. So if you're not doing something strategic, and maybe this plants an idea that what is strategic for you, what would be good for you, what would be helpful for you. Take a look around and see, is there somebody else who is acting strategically for them that I need to be aware of so that you're not caught off guard when something happens? And understand that even, our friends and family and people that we love, like they're going to take their own interests into account before yours. And that's okay, because it should be the same way for you. We should all want the best for people that we love. And, as long as they're not trying to screw you over. This card is interesting because the next question that is asked, and this is for everybody, is a secret to be revealed. So the card for you for a secret revealed is this one. It is the Chariot Reversed. So the Chariot talks about getting things in order, to move someplace. A chariot is about movement. I will show you what it looks like upright, especially this one. There's one little sphinx on here, but usually there's 2, or there's 2 horses, and they're usually different colors because they are kind of reveal different perspectives. So for you, the Chariot, you may have thought that you had some things in order. You may have thought that you were moving in the right way, and what's being revealed is actually that's not true. It kind of goes again here with this 7 of air, that there's something more going on behind the scenes. Let's see what else we got here. Let's get some more info. A blessing to appear here. What do we have for a blessing for our Libra? Our Libra needs a blessing. Ooh. Aha. Okay, so blessing to be revealed is, and this is a good one for a blessing, this is the 10 of Pentacles. This is it's family. Pentacles is physical. It is like generational wealth. It is passing on prosperity and abundance to the people around you, that you love. So you may not have things, like if you're acting strategically and you think that you're getting things together, it may not fully be together, but the blessing is that it seems like everything is going to work out in the end. Even if this is somebody strategically doing something behind your back, it's not, you know, in the moment, it might seem like a betrayal, but it's not something that is going to harm you long term. Your blessing is very physical, very abundance. Excuse me, I need a drink of water here. Related and long term, very, very good. Okay, so where should our Libra focus attention for this month? Libra focusing attention. And this one dropped out. Ooh, okay, this is 4 of air. This is really interesting. Insights that come from meditation, the need to rest or take a vacation, allow more time before making a decision, mental exhaustion, and get more sleep. So you need to really focus on yourself. So I almost feel like this is you being strategic. Maybe you are pulling back from your work a little bit, and taking a break, relaxing. Mental clarity is something that can be really important. We've got 2 swords here. Swords is about your thoughts. Swords is about your ideas. Allow yourself more time before making a decision. If you are, you know, maybe you don't really know how to get everything going in the right direction that you want it to, don't fight it. It's time to just sit here and relax. Let stress and anxiety release from your body, because this is a very kind of purposeful, but very kind of purposeful, mindful, that's not what I'm looking for, healthy way. You know, she's very healthy, she's very mindful, she is allowing in good energy. This light that's coming through here, like you don't know, you don't have the answer to this Chariot being reversed over here, but when you stop, instead of taking action in a direction that you don't know is going to work or that is going to cause anxiety, just stop and pause, let it go. You may not even be focusing on that, because meditation is about clearing your mind, not necessarily focusing on a problem, but then all of a sudden the solution comes to you. It is about clearing your mind so that you can hear kind of like that voice that's under everything else. This is also like turning off distractions, going out, you know, maybe not going out, but staying in, but at least letting, if you have, maybe you do need to take a moment away from a spouse or children or something like that, because there's, from my own experience, there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of like things that go on in the house that maybe you just need to go and clear your mind about. It's so funny because like this 4 of air energy for moms is a lot of times just sitting in our car and listening to music. And that's like, that might be the break that you need, but we often do it for that mental clarity. This also get more sleep. That's important. Setting a time where you go to bed and adhere to it, because a lot of times maybe we've been so focused on other things during the day that, you know, we just get that extra time when everybody else goes to bed that you want to do something. But if you need rest, you really need rest. It may not be the time where you binge watch something on Netflix or Disney Plus, that it is time to focus on yourself. Next, we have the 7 of Wands. This is a challenge. And it's interesting that the 7 of Wands comes out as a challenge because the card itself talks about a challenge. The card itself is kind of like fighting with other people. The reason that you might be this 7 of air energy, this strategically doing things, I wouldn't say necessarily behind others' backs, but because there is, you know that if you tell people what you're doing or what you're up against, or there's going to be conflict, that they're going to be coming at you. 7 of Wands talks about standing your ground. So if you have decided through this that the strategic action that you're taking is good for your future, when somebody challenges you on that, this is you not backing down. And sometimes we do back down on things. This is not the time for you to back down. This is the time for you to stand in your power. And if it's exhausting, maybe it's not even necessarily okay, Libra, we were talking about your challenge. And your challenge here, standing your ground. And I was talking about how like you're acting strategic could be because you know that whatever it is that you're thinking about doing this month, or, you know, maybe you're putting it in motion this month, that it can cause strife. And a lot of times, especially when we're getting this sign here to be, it's kind of like a be at peace with the 4 of Swords, this rest sign, that agree to disagree. That you don't have to show up to every argument or every fight that you're invited to. So that could be your challenge. And then we have a release for Libra for this month. What is our release? Okay, Libra, release. Okay, this is the 6 of Cups, and your release is emotional attachments to the past. So that might be why this possible conflict, and it might be why you are being kind of quiet. You know, sometimes people have this idea about us, and they can be very loving, like our parents or our friends or, you know, our coworkers, maybe your boss even only sees you in a particular way, and they don't see your full potential the way that you do. And that's okay. And that might be why you're over here like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. This isn't for me anymore. This doesn't fit me anymore. This isn't the way I am anymore. This can also talk about like relationships. Sometimes we get attached in relationships. I'm not necessarily seeing any, you know, we would see a lot of cups cards. I'm not really seeing any love cards here other than this one. However, like I said, the end result, the blessing that will appear is a happy, you know, over here in the Pentacles, like a happy family thing, generational wealth, that kind of thing. So if you are attached to the past, it's kind of hard to create this in the future, because you're not looking for your current opportunities when you're looking behind you. You're not building something for the future when you're stuck in the past. So releasing whatever it is that's holding you back in the past, whether that is a relationship, sometimes that's a friendship, sometimes we grow up and our friends really don't, or even it's a really interesting thing where we meet up with a friend and we're kind of transported back to that version of us when we were really with that friend. A middle school friend, so your version of you when you were 13, and you find yourself talking in the same way or about the same things. I have college friends like that, and mine are very positive and very happy. So it's not something I feel like I need to let go of. But there are people who can be like a very negative influence on you, and you know, maybe they get you hyped up about something. Maybe if they are, you know, somebody who is a bad influence because every time you go out with them, you end up like really drunk and you didn't want to do that. Or like I have a couple friends like that who I don't hang out with any longer, but that was like what happened is we would go out and we would just, that's what we did. We would get drunk, and that's not me anymore. So that's what I have released. And so that might be something for you to think about. It can also be like somebody, ideas are like that as well. Maybe it is a friend of yours who they don't want to go to college, and you do, or vice versa, or they're just really. I used to live in a very small town. There's just like this mentality that's there that is not for me. It doesn't mean that that is wrong or bad or anything. It just is something that is like stuck in this particular spot. And I feel like, Libra, you are growing past that this month. So let's get a love message for you. We have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So I feel like nurturing the bonds of friendship is always a good thing, even though I'm telling you maybe you need to let go of a friend. But you can still be friends with somebody and not let them influence you. So that's how friendships can evolve. Let's get a little bit more, but in a romantic relationship too, being friends is really important. Like loving somebody and liking somebody are two different things. Spending time with people is important. So we have lunar god, the masculine, 42. I love that this is showing up. First of all, 42, whenever this card shows up, I'm just looking at the other numbers. It reminds me of, what is that book? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Because in it, it is like, they ask, what is the the meaning of life. And it's like this gigantic computer, and it computes for like years and years and years and years. And it comes back with the answer is 42. 42 is the meaning of everything, right? And it makes no sense, right? But the masculine, the meaning of life is what you make of it. The meaning of life is what is important to you. The masculine is standing up for other people. It's being there, being strong for other people when they need you. It can also talk about, being strong for yourself and doing what you need to do, not letting obstacles stand in your way. I feel like this masculine is very much kind of like this Seven of Wands of somebody standing their ground. Now, he's not actually fighting people, but he is, standing in his own power, standing in his own ground. This is a lunar god, it is a full moon. So on full moons, I'm just looking at your other cards here as I'm moving this through, because full moons can talk about release, like it's a good time to release. And so I feel like it's very much kind of connected to like everything here. It's connected to our Seven of Swords, because it's you figuring out you need to do something for yourself, and maybe that doesn't align with everybody else, but you're standing in your power. It's connected to this Four of Swords over here, because you're allowing that information to come into you. I almost feel like this moon is kind of like outside this window. The Four of Swords often seems like it happens at night. So it's like information, it can be transmitted via light. It's information coming in to you, and very connected here to the Seven of Wands, this standing in your power. And maybe you do go off on a different path than these other people, and that's okay. You need to do what's right for you. You need to be strategic for yourself. And let's see, what else do we have for our Libra's final advice card? The last one, resistance. So here with the Seven of Wands, this is you standing your ground, holding your ground, literally in this picture, holding your ground. 5 and 2 equals 7. You've got the Seven of Air over here, Seven of Wands here. This is you moving forward for you, and you doing what you need to do. Holding on to what is important for you. So that is what I have for you for this month, Libra. And I hope that it resonated, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you.